lot more controllable. Woo. A little bit at a time. So first of all, it's Rally Raid Shock. I've gone for the level 1 upgrade, miles better, a lot more controllable the bike. I'm quite surprised at how much better it actually feels, which is good. It feels a bit more controllable, so we'll see. Yeah, it's making a big difference to how the bike's feeling, which is good. I don't know how much I'm going to do. I'm not feeling 100% today, but we'll do a little bit. Very, very, very happy. Yeah, it's cool. It's a lot better. It's a lot better damped than I expected. It's made a much bigger difference on the road. It's not like a seesaw now when you're braking. Front forks are still not brilliant, but I've not done the upgrade yet. Just thought I'll do the rear shock and see how I get on with that. Yeah, I'm going to assess this for coming down as well. That corner will be fun, but we'll see. As I say, got all day. Looks fairly quiet, which is good for me. And we'll have a bit of fun, eh? Nice and steady. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Just interesting for beginners. Yeah, you can still get your feet down on a green lane, which is good. But a good thing, everyone, is yes, you can paddle if you still need to. A few little bits have been quite tricky on here. I know it's going to get a lot worse, so I'll go until it gets to the point I can't do it, and then I'll probably come back this way. Yeah, getting on. It's easy enough. Obviously I've got the short Rally Raid stand. I'm not on a verge or anything, just sliding it over. And like this bit here, there's a bit of a dip, but you know, you can still just about get your foot down and the dip on both sides if you need to, which is good. Get up on the pegs, use the clutch, try and keep my eye line up, which is what I'm not doing. Ooh. Bit of a bend in my knees. Oh, that's better. Wait. Keep the momentum up. Oh. Okay. Better everyone. Feeling a bit better about that. Austin Vince's style of trail riding sat down. Oh, I need to loosen up a little bit. I'll pull it here, and the bike's out of the way. I'm really not fit. That shoulder injury that I had last year, it took a lot more out of me than I realised. I just had a chat with a couple of lads in them Landies. I think one's a Jimmy. Really nice. Just give me a bit of advice. I'm going to turn around at that point. As he said, it gets a lot worse. Road next, which should be a bit easier. But I'm just going to get this down gently, because my shoulder's just twinging a notch. So I don't want to risk falling off. It's steeper than it looks, this. And it's like, right, okay, that's enough, you know. Ooh. It's alright though. Nice and loose. Use the clutch. Yay. Again, look where I want to go. Bit of revs, bit of clutch. Watch that rock there. Much better than when I was on the way up. After battle, sometimes it's just knowing what you're going to come to. Again, bit of gravel. It's okay, a little bit of a rock. Have a breather, get my breath back. There's no medals for doing it at warp speed, but we're getting there. Getting there bit by bit, steady away. It's enjoyable, that's the main thing. Not enjoying it, there's no point, but I'm enjoying it at the moment. And that was the hill come up, so we've done that at least. But all that matters at the end of the day, as them lads said in that Jimmy, just don't go breaking a leg, don't hurt yourself. Don't matter if it don't look pretty. Whoa. Steady, 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 steady. Nice and loose on the arms. There we go. That's better. Ooh. At least I understand why the brakes aren't too grabby on these, because it just gives you that little margin for error. Oh. Couple of walkers, I'll let them past. I think this is another point as well. You know, I'm trail riding on my own, which isn't ideal, so I'm probably a hell of a lot more cautious than say if I was riding with my dad or one of my friends. But you know, I'm doing alright. That shock's made a massive difference, so but you can see the difference there where I'm a little bit more okay. Oh, again, I just need a little break for a sec. A little overheated. Try and have no mishaps on this last bit. Nice and steady. Remembering what Thingy-my-bob said. Brake magazine. Steadily does it. Try and get a bit better position. Oh, that's better with my feet like that. Okay. Yay. This is a bit of an easier one, guys. A little bit more mobility. Thanks everyone. Thanks. Ooh. Sit down for a sec. Oh. Yeah, it's a bit more fun. Sit down because I don't know what's coming up. Oh, cool. Much more fun this one. Wait. Oh. I think that's where you actually crazily notice the biggest difference is when you sat down. Oh. Thanks. Oh. Whew. Ah. Steady away. Actually get quite a decent lick up if you're not careful now. Third gear. I'll tell you what, you couldn't do that on the standard shock. No way. Oh, didn't expect that. Oh, nice and steady. Let's try that area. Keep my vision up. Oh. Yeah, that's where you notice the difference. You're not getting 10 bells kicked out of you if you do need to sit down. Oh, that was good fun, that. A lot better, everyone. So, thought I'll just film a bit of bypass riding, just give you a bit of an idea what it's like at 70, motorway speeds and that. Well, indicated 70, actual 61. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's doing 6,000, you can hear the engine a bit, but it's got plenty of poke, enough, well, you know what I mean, don't you? You can't legally go any faster in the UK on these roads anyway, so it's okay for legal speeds in the UK. Abroad, I might want something a bit different. We'll see. But yeah, up to now, good. So, unbelievable. Rally Raid, level 1 rear shock. It's absolutely transformed the bike, I have to admit. Very happy with the money I spent on it. It's well worth it. It feels like a motorbike now, not a trampoline. I'd say that's the biggest problem with the standard shock. Is I don't even know what Honda were thinking. It feels like it's sprung for about 85-90 kilo rider. I'm very happy I went with the level 1 because I can put my feet down if I need to on the green lanes. So yeah, it's the Rally Raid rear shock's absolutely transformed 300 Rally. I'm very happy that I did it. I can't stress, in fact, how much of a difference it is. Obviously I can really assess it on the road, and as soon as I pulled off I noticed a difference straight away. Obviously I've had ex-Isleman TT race bikes with full-blown suspension on them, and all the bikes from 1927, 60s, etc. A lot of 80s bikes, RZV 500s, I've had Fireblades, so I think I know how a bike should be. And yeah, although you could use the Rally with the stock suspension, it really hammered it home. It took me a little while to get back used to it, to be honest. The difference on it was pretty wild. it's not squatting under acceleration, which is a big difference. Obviously it'd squat a lot with the standard shock and then come back up at you. The dampening is just like rubbish. It's almost like it was working just on the spring. So basically I just wanted to have a little bit of a chat. So that second green lane you see in Sir William Hill Road, second unsealed road, I couldn't have gone down that with the level of control on the bike with the stock shock. It would have been pogoing all around, which obviously is quite disconcerting in a way. I know a few people said, oh, if you're going slow you don't need good suspension, but I disagree. I think that's so when you do need the control more than anything, because it gives you the technical finesse on it, especially when you're still learning. You know, you want the bike working right, not having double the amount of sag that it should have. So yeah, it's been a big improvement, that it has to be said. Yeah, I think if you're going to do one modification for the CRF 300 Rally, get a Rally Raid level 1 rear shock. Obviously if you're an expert rider then you can look at the level 2 stuff, but you know, the level 1 for me is excellent, because there's a few bits where the green lane got a bit too tricky for me on Macclesfield Old Road, and I could just put my foot down if I needed to. In fact, I could do that easier with the Rally Raid rear shock. The road performance, as you can see, it's like riding a little sport bike really. The 300 engine's loosening up really nice now, and it's quite sprightly really. Obviously I've had the service done now, and just about a click onto 700 miles. It's a little bit coarser through the bike. The one thing I will notice from when it was on the running oil, but yeah, I mean it's just the composed nature now with the suspension. You're not waiting for it to kick back up off you off stuff. It's just handling how a motorcycle should, but very controlled dampening. Yeah, obviously it's sprung for my weight as well. Adam gave me a bit of advice on setup and stuff. We had quite a long conversation about rider ability and level at green laning and stuff, and what I wanted to do and carrying luggage so we could get the spring rate right, because I was in between spring rates. But yeah, the way we've gone, it is really good. Very composed, very good. You know, you can just settle it like that on the brakes and then bang, you know, just really nice. It's left me speechless, to be honest. As I was saying, wow, this is something else. You just didn't squat the way it usually does when you oh, it's just fabulous. The braking's better, the acceleration's crisper, you know, it's just completely transformed the bike. It really has. It's made it to the point where you sort of think, you know, I could live with this Sammy long term as my #1 road bike. Well, I'm doing it now, it's proof of the matter. This is a main bike at the moment, which leads me on to the second thing I'm going to talk about now, which is adventure motorcycle choice and location. So for those that are following the channel, you'll be aware over on Instagram I've been asking a lot of questions about Scotland. Now it's been a bit of a way up between moving to Cornwall or Scotland, and I did about 4,000 miles the other week with my dad up in Scotland, and yeah, we fell in love, so we're actually moving to Scotland. The bit we're moving to though is about 6 hours away from a nearest green lane. Yep, so I've gone and bought a green lane bike and I'm moving away from where there's any green lanes, because there's none in Scotland. But the scenery is absolutely mind-blowing. The roads are mostly kept to 60 apart from the bypasses, which will do, there's the odd one where you can do 70. So yeah, it's I was like, oh no, I've sold my GS with my shoulder being bad, and all you're seeing up there is GS's. I thought, really, to be honest, it's the right bike for up there because of the amount of distance that you cover, and it's in a non-fatiguing way. But what I'm going to do initially is do a few things to the rally. I'm going to get a better seat and slightly tilt the screen for the road riding when I move, and see maybe about some different tyres. I might even put a 19 set of wheels on, just to give me a bit more tyre choice. Again, Rally Raid sell them and they're really reasonable. I was looking at them the other day and thought, oh, it's not a bad option that, because you're going green lining, you know, you can just keep your 21 inch set up for green lining and put your smaller wheel set on for when you're road riding. So obviously we've had quite a few bikes, haven't we? Anyone who's been following the channel adventure bike wise, you know, I had a 1200 GSA TE, V-Strom 1000 XT, F800 GS. Then I had trying to remember these in order, what did I do then? A couple of modern other bikes, and then I had a V-Strom 650 XT, which was a brilliant road bike, especially up Scotland. It's 600 miles in a day on that, and yeah, she was brilliant. Yeah, 700 miles, and yeah, it really gets you thinking, really. You know, obviously bike choice comes down to location and stuff. So the rallies will be staying long term, because obviously the Iceland trip. Oh yeah, and then we had Himalayan rejected, 2 KTM 390s, which were rejected, 1200 GST rally, and I ended up having to sell that, unfortunately, due to my shoulder injury after about 8 weeks. And I thought, I'll get an Himalayan. Everyone seems to go on about him. Obviously we've got Nortons and stuff, and yeah, it was riddled with issues. There's another video on that on the channel. I won't bore everyone again, but yeah, that went back, full refund like the KTMs. So then I got this. I stumbled on it just as I come off the phone with the dealer, who were very helpful and understanding with the issues with the Himalayan. And as I got off the phone, this had got listed as a cancelled order. I couldn't believe it. So the Himalayan was collected in 7 days and got the rally. Now obviously it comes down to now with the move and stuff, luckily I'll be in the position, which I wasn't with the V-Strom, where I'll have the space and stuff. That was nice. I have the space and stuff to keep the rally, get down the rally, and get something a little bit more comfortable. And it is comfortable, but you know, how could I put it? You know, you're doing the miles more than you do on a GS or V-Strom 650 XT or an F800. I'd say that's the difference, really. It's probably equivalent to an F800, but oh, sort of smoking that horrible stuff. And then the only thing then is if you want a lightweight adventure bike, there's nothing on the market really. 500X, V-Strom 650 XT, they're all 200 kilo bikes, T7. Like what do you get, you know? It's a real way up, to be honest. There's a few people commented on one of the videos that was on the channel. I think I ended up taking it down. Is yeah, it's a you know, the V-Strom 650 XT is a really good bike, and with that V-twin engine, it's just something a bit different to all the parallel twins at the moment. I'd love to see Yamaha make a little 300 twin. I mean, they've got the engines, but yeah, it's just a shame really they're not doing it. I'd say that'd be an interesting bike, that a little 300 tenor. It's not a 500, because you've already got 500s in the 500X, but really as light as they possibly could twin. I think that'd tick a lot of boxes for a lot of people, that I really do. So yeah, it's just a little bit of a ramble really, everyone, just to see where my thoughts are currently and how they progress after the move. Really, it's more of a marker to say this is what I'm thinking before I've moved, that I'm going to be using the rally initially and as the main bike, and then obviously we'll see what we end up going for. So yeah, we'll see. Now, well, you know, it's not bad. that's a gap it's pulled and you're at legal speed, so slightly uphill that as well, so it just gives you a bit of an idea. But yeah, overall with the rally I'm very happy with it. It's just a lot more composed when you're accelerating. It's really noticeable, you know. It made the bike sharper in acceleration, braking and handling. It's good. You want a little bit of vibes because you want to know you're on a motorcycle. You don't want it completely engineered out. It's just what suits you really. It's very hard to advise really on what everyone should get, because yeah, it's definitely getting looser, the engine though. I noticed that. You can really feel the difference, to be honest, which is good. Love the level 1. Happy I didn't go for the level 2. Obviously I'd rather have it where I can get my feet down if I need to, and Dad's gonna have a go on it as well. If I get a T7 or V-Strom 650 XT or GS again, Dad's gonna have a crack with this, see whether he likes it, and we can decide what bikes we're taking on the trip, whether to go light is right with the rallies or something a bit heavier. Because at the end of the day, everyone's idea of a trip is different. Don't want to be going down them super technical lanes. Some very nice lads in a Land Rover, Jimmy let on, and they said it got a lot worse past the bit where I was at, and obviously I'm on my own, so I don't want to go doing something that's stupid and then either breaking a leg or hurting myself, because I've not got knee braces yet, which I'd like to have. A little rally, little Brevi sport bike. I really do think it is like an LC. It's a Honda version of an LC, but a single cylinder. Handle's great now. So yeah, the next thing really is obviously alternative bike choice for me personally. Obviously if we're weighing off the green laning bit and I start thinking, you know what, I'm just going to do the sort of adventure riding that I used to do, you know, it's a very, very personal thing really. It depends what you like. One thing doesn't suit all, but I'd say the rally compared to the Himalayan, it's quite a easy one in my mind. I think the rally's actually the better bike. They've both got dreadful seats. The rally's got much better wind protection, like light years of difference, and it's lighter. You can't get away from that lighter and the difference in acceleration. Yes, you haven't got the low down torque, and that depends what you want, but the rally is much more happier out of the two at Motorway sort of riding. You just know, you know, I could judge that on the Himalayan just off where the revs were sitting at 50 in top gear. I wouldn't have liked to spend any time on the Motorway. They're revving its backside off, whereas this, you know, you sat halfway up your rev range, 6,500 at 6 gear at 70, so it's more than good enough really. So that's around the Motorway talks off, and then obviously it just comes down to comfort, twin, smoothness. What do you fancy? Do you want a rally? Light, nimble, flickable? It's almost back to that old argument you'd had in the 80s really, isn't it? GSX 750 ET, the 80s muscle bike, unbelievable tourer. I know I had one, and yeah, it's one bike I still do miss that. Steve's touring all over Europe on it and everything, and doing track days, but obviously I just had to thin down what I had with the move, and ended up with the flat tanker, which was always a dream of mine, and sometimes you have to let some dreams go to try something new, and yeah, should be exciting though. Digressing again, aren't I? Everyone, I'm rambling. So I was saying, yeah, compared to like a 2-stroke, you know, like this, a lot more nimble, and you're almost in the same debate really. You know, you got your GS12s, your KTM 890s, your T7s, your 500Xs, and I class all them as heavyweight once you get over 200 kilo, V-Strom 650 and 1000, or the lighter bikes like these that are, you know, 153 kilo fueled. It's like so noticeable, especially compared to a GS. I'm happy, I'd say that. At the moment it's suiting my needs, and then obviously we can bring a different bike in for Scotland, do some comparisons, and take that green lane in as well. You know, if I get a V-Strom 650 XT, I can always ride it down into the lakes.